Hello and welcome to Mastering Microsoft Excel video series. This is video number 9, text functions. In this video, we are going to learn about the formulas related to text values like upper, lower, proper, which is for case changings, and left, right, mid in case if your needed values got mixed up with something else and you want to take them out into separate columns. Then we will learn about concatenate if you have it in different columns and if you want to put them into one column, how do you join them? And last but not the least, we will also learn about trim function, substitute function, and clean function, which is basically to clean up your data and to make it more professional. Now, without much ado, let's get into the Excel screen and let's start exploring about these formulas. Okay, here we are. So this is the file we're going to use for this particular video. The downloadable link for this video will be available in the description section. So please download for practicing it. So let's get into this example right now. So we have the customer email address in the A column. Normally the email address should be in the lower cases. We don't have it in the proper case. So we need to put this into proper lower cases. So let's go ahead and use the formula equal to lower. Refer the cell which has the value which you want to convert that into lowercase, hit enter, and we're going to take it for the rest of the cells. You could observe that the formula has converted the text into lowercase. So wherever you want to put a content into lowercase, lower is the formula. Now you could have guessed it. To put that into uppercase, my formula would be upper. Just refer the value which you want to convert, then it puts everything into upper cases. In case if you got alphanumeric values, you want to put them into proper upper cases, absolutely can use this one. Proper, in case if you have customer name, individual names, company names, then if you want to put them in such a way, the starting letter of every word in caps, the rest will be in small, then proper is the formula for you, equal to proper. Refer the value which you want to put it into proper case, hit enter, and populate for the rest. You could see that every starting letter of the word will be in caps, the rest will be in small. And that's what the case changing functions will do. So let's go to the next sheet where we're going to talk about what happens if your required value gets mixed up in one column and you want to put them into different column. Yeah. Now let's go ahead and do that through the formula. So if the first three characters is the currency, I want to extract it from the leftmost side, the first three characters. How do I extract from the leftmost side? So left is the formula, the first input is from which value you want to do it, comma, how many characters you want to extract from the leftmost side. So when I say 3, so what basically this is going to do, go to the A2 value, extract 3 characters from the leftmost side. Basically that's what I want because that's the currency in which the transaction has happened. Likewise, the order date is the last 5 numbers in this value. You say order date, but it's a numbers. Why so? Remember, I told you in the last video, Excel reads your date as numbers. So when you join this with any other data type, automatically the date converts into numbers. Okay, so let's go ahead and take that 5 digit from the rightmost side. So if you want to do it from the leftmost, it is left. To do it from the rightmost, it is right. The first input is the value which you want to take it from, comma, and how many characters from the right side? 5 characters from the right side. So when I hit enter and double click, and that's going to get me all the order dates. I want to put them into proper dates. I'm going to go to the home tab, number group, click the drop down and choose the format short date. It's not happening. Why so? Remember that these formulas left, right, mid will give you the output in the form of a text, but not in the form of a number. So the text function's output will be text, and that's why when you wrote this formula, the output came as left aligned. See, in Excel, probably the numbers will always be right aligned. If it's a date, also it's right aligned. So here you need to put this into proper number so that when you convert the format, it puts it into proper date. So how do we put this into number? It's very simple. You just need to multiply the formula output with the 1. So when you multiply with 1, it becomes a number automatically. So you can double click and now it's a number. You can do that same formatting which we did last time. Home tab, number group. Let's click the drop down, pick short date, and this time it works without any problem. So remember that when you extract a numerical value, a time value, date value, Remember that you need to multiply it with 1 so that it puts it into proper numerical format. Later, if you want to format, it will convert into proper way. Or if you want to use that for any arithmetic operations or any calculations, it has to be a number. So remember that the way you can convert, just multiply it with 1. That's easy way to do it. But there is also other ways to do it. You can use the functions like value of, you can use the unary operators, which is like 2 minus signs. Those will also do it, but this is something which is easy to take it up. So let's go to the order number. Now, order number is nothing but the 5 numbers after the currency. So it's not the leftmost side, it's not the rightmost side. 5 numbers right after the currency. That means my extraction should start from the 4th character and it should take 5 characters from there. So the function which can help me to do such kind of work is mid. So left is for the leftmost side, right is for the rightmost side. Somewhere in the middle, it's mid. So it takes 3 inputs. The first input is, as usual, which value you want me to extract it from, comma. The next input is where do you want me to start the extraction. So I want to start the extraction from the 4th character onwards, comma. Then I want that to extract from the 4th position. I want to extract 5 digits, so 5 characters. So I'm typing 5. When I hit enter, obviously the output is going to come in the form of a text. It's left aligned. But in case if you want to have it as a numerical output, you can multiply this formula output with the number 1 and it gets it for you. But I hope you got the logic right now. So from the leftmost side, it's left. From the rightmost side, it's right. Somewhere in the middle, it's always mid. Yeah. So we have seen the case changing. We have seen the extractions. Now let's go to joining. So you learn how do you split, but now you need to know how do you join it together. So see, in this case, I have the first name in one column, last name in one column. How do I join this in this format? First name, comma, last name. First name, comma, space, last name. That's the format I want to join it. So how do I do this? So let's go ahead and use the formula concatenate or concatenate. So the first text you want to join is the first name, comma. But watch it. After the first name, you need a comma and you need a space. Okay, let's say if you don't feed that and if you are going to select the next input as the last name, what is going to happen when I hit enter is, this is what is going to happen. It's going to combine those two and it's going to make it to look like as if it's a one text. But what I need is in between the first name and the last name is a comma and a space. So that is an additional text which I'm going to include. So after first name, I need a comma and a space. And that comma and space should be typed within the double quotes because it's a text. So text 1 is A2. Text 2 is comma and space, which is within the double quotes, comma. This comma, what I'm typing, is actually the comma for the formula. It is asking what's a text 3. Text 3 is the last name. So there are 3 texts we are combining. First name, comma, space, last name. So close the braces, hit the enter, and there you go. Now it has done the job, but everything is looking in upper cases. I want to put them into proper case. So let's see, can I call the proper here? So I'm using proper formula above, over and above the concatenate. You can see right now, it has done the work. Now you could see what's the use of these guys when they put together, they really do big help to make your report to look really neat. Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and take the last sheet, which is basically for cleaning up the data. But what you got right now here is concatenate is a function which is basically meant for joining multiple cell values into single cell value. Let's go to the next sheet. And here we're going to learn about how do you handle extra spaces, unwanted characters in your values. Now you can see here there is the extra spaces in between my email address. I want to remove them. So the prim is the formula which is meant for removing the extra spaces. Now watch it. When I refer this and close, the prefixing space was removed, but which space is not removed is the space after the number 15 is not removed. It's still there. So that means what trim does and what trim cannot do. What trim can do and what trim cannot do, we need to understand it. In order to understand that, the first basic clarity you should have is what is extra space and what is needed space. So what is extra space, what is needed space? See, if you have more than one word in your value, so let's say something like this, Excel space training. Now, there is nothing wrong in this value because Excel space training. The space what I have here between the word Excel and training is a needed space. But which one I call it as an extra space? If I have more than one space between Excel and training, if I have more than, if I have a space before the word Excel, if I have space after the word training, these are called extra space. And that's where trim comes into place to help you. So now you can see the prefixing space are removed, suffixing space are removed, more than one space between the words are removed. So trim removes only unwanted spaces or extra spaces. Okay, but that means you need to understand what if I don't want the space at all? How do I remove the space completely? Okay, through formula we're talking about. So if you do not want the space at all, the formula we're going to use is substitute. So the first input for the formula is the value from where you want to remove that space, comma, the old text, the text you want to replace basically, or this text you want to substitute basically is the space. So I want to type the space within the double quotes, open double quotes, space, close double quotes, comma. What you want to replace this space with? I don't want this space to be replaced with anything. But if you want to replace it with, obviously you can do it. Whatever you want to replace it with, you can give that within the double quote. For example, if I want to replace that with a hyphen, watch it, wherever I have a space, it replaces that with hyphen. But here, I don't want that to replace it with hyphen. I don't want anything to be there in the place of space. So if that is the case, don't feed anything. Just open double quotes and close double quotes. So now you could see the three inputs of this formula. Take the value from A2. The value which I want you to replace is a space, and what you want to replace a space with? Nothing. So the way I have to say the nothing is open double quotes and close double quotes. So when I double hit the enter, you could see it has removed all the spaces wherever it is. So remember, to remove the extra space, it is trim. To remove all the space, it is substitute. Now still we have one more problem. As you can see, these kind of rectangle shapes which are still not a part of the value, I want to remove them from the value. If I want to use find and replace, unfortunately these symbols are not available in my keyboard, so I cannot go and replace it with the find and replace. So I need to think about a formula which can handle these kind of problems. So these kind of things are called non-printable characters. So whenever you want to do that, you can use the function called clean. So clean is a function which will help you to remove the non-printable characters. So refer the cell from where you want to remove it, close the braces, hit the enter, and when you double click, you can see all the non-printable characters have been removed out of your values. Yeah, we could use this directly in this formula also, which is perfectly fine. So I could put something like this. Clean before the substitute, so that you don't need to have a separate column. That can also be done. Most welcome. But because this is a learning session, so I've created two columns for you to understand these formulas more clearly. Yeah. So now I hope you guys got the clarity about all these functions, what we have seen right now. Upper, lower, proper for case changing, left, right, mid for extractions, concatenate for joining, trim, clean, substitute, basically for cleaning. Yeah, with that we have come to the end of the video. Please do practice from the file available on the downloadable link, and please do take the quiz so that you will confirm your understandings. We'll soon meet again in the next video with another interesting input. Until then, take care of yourself. Signing off, Hariharan.